Is my child having autism? Early signs of autism. If your baby shows symptoms associated with autism, do not assume that they necessarily have the condition. Observe them carefully and consult a doctor if required. Hi, I know our children means our world to us. And even the thought of something unusual happening to them would be the scariest thought that a parent can have. But at the same time, this is also a fact that 1 in every 60 children in today's time are under ASD. Let's understand a bit about autism and how to recognize its symptoms very early so that there are higher chances of recovery. Autism spectrum disorder, ASD, is a developmental condition that affects communication and behavior. It ranges from mild to moderate to severe condition in different people on ASD. Some of the common issues that people with autism face are difficulty with communication and interaction with other people, restricted interests and repetitive behaviors, social communication at school, work and other areas of life. So be on a lookout for warning signs. To see if your baby is doing fine, you will need to understand the developmental milestones and the signs of autism. And then you can carefully observe your baby's behavior. Step 1. Pay attention to when your baby starts babbling. Ideally, they should start at around 5 months of age. Step 2. Begin monitoring their eye contact at around 6 to 9 months. Babies with autism usually avoid eye contact. Infants generally start smiling if you give them a smile, but babies with autism tend to avoid looking at their parents. Step 3. Make a sound and see if your baby reciprocates. Babies with autism usually do not take part in these kind of verbal turn-taking plays. Step 4. Keep a check whether your baby responds to her name. By the time they are around 10 months of age, they should begin to do so. Babies with autism often ignore people while they try to get their attention. If your baby ignores you when you call their name, don't jump on the conclusion that she is on ASD. First, get her ears checked. She might be having a hearing impairment, which should be easily treated without any delay. Step 5. Around 12 months of age, most babies are pointing and grasping objects and trying to speak. Babies with autism most of the time will not point towards the object they want, but would rather grab your hand and will try to take you to the object and may not show interest in speaking or pointing. Step 6. Observe if your baby is very sensitive to sound and touch. Many children with autism are extraordinarily sensitive to loud noises and hate being cuddled, hugged or touched. They may also underreact to pain. Step 7. Observe their focus. Do they tend to fixate on a favorite object or part of an object? This object could be a toy, a pillow, a pen cap or anything. Babies with autism tend to play repeatedly with the same thing in the same manner for a long time and show disinterest in playing and interacting with people or toddlers. Step 8. Look for repetitive movements associated with autism, such as rocking back and forth, hand flapping, and moving in a circle, especially with their eyeballs to the corner of their eyes. Step 9. See if they are set in their patterns and ways. Children with autism often show strong resistance to any change in their routine or the way they arrange their toys or stuff. Step 10. Keep a track of their vocabulary. At around 18 months of age, most babies can say about a dozen words. And by the time they are 2 years old, they usually initiate 2-word phrases. Step 11. Some children with autism seem to develop normally until 18 to 24 months. And then they stop or regress in speech and other growth milestones. This could be caused by a gastrointestinal issue or even without any sign of illness. Consult your pediatrician if your child regresses or if they have one or more symptoms that we just discussed. Do not panic if you get to know that your baby is on ASD. There are good chances that she turned out to be at a milder level, which can be taken care of with the help of regular therapies, diet, patience, and most importantly, a lot of love. Also, did you know that researchers have found that intelligence level of people with autism spectrum disorders have been underestimated? Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, Charles Darwin, Mozart, Michelangelo are some of the famous personalities who were on autism spectrum disorder. So like every coin, ASD also have two sides. And as a parent, you just have to be alert and keep taking actions positively. Bye for now. I will see you soon.
We will be bringing more informative stories soon. Please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for regular